Greetings, woman. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill Full of Corpses. Well, Prog. I mean, we did say we're Prog heads a couple of times on the channel before, and, Dream Theater. Prog. Dream Theater, Prog. React! So yeah, this is Dream Theater's new song, Alien. We are recording it just when it came out, and we will upload it sometime, because at this point we probably have over 40 videos stacked. So, please forgive. This was a request by Lak'Ech. Thanks a crack ton. We kind of wanted to do it anyway, but now we have a reason to. Yes. So, it's 9 minutes and a half long. I saw the tracklist to the new album, and it's starting to look more like the typical Dream Theater tracklist. There's a song at the end. So, I'm really excited to see how this goes. You ready? No. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into the solos.
So I think we kind of had like a verse chorus thing going on so far.
Except we had a lot of things before the first verse.
Yeah, the intro sequence actually reminded me a bit of the way In the Presence of Enemies kicks off. It wasn't exactly the same because that one's a lot more shreddy, but it had this mad stuff going on, and then at some point it clears into that beautiful guitar lead melody, and everything opens. So that happens in the Presence of Enemies as well, and I think actually in a lot of Dream Theater songs, although I don't know their entire discography. But that was really cool. And, okay, about the way they're doing the instrumental in this song, it's so unusual, maybe a bit even for them, because they have all that mad prog nerdiness going on, but they still... It's so chill. Yeah, they keep it chill. It's like I'm gonna do the maddest thing that you'd expect to see me doing while headbanging or windmilling or whatever and being all badass, but I'm gonna do it while smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, well, I think that's the deal with Dream Theater. A lot of the times they do incredible stuff and make it just kind of chill and laid back.
Yeah.
Although that kind of seems to be more so the case here than in some of their more engaging songs.
There was particularly one section of like downward moving licks that actually reminded me a bit of the bridge section in Lak'Ech by Persephone. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Studying.
We also got that sort of lead section that you mentioned earlier on. That took me back to Barstool Warrior from the previous album. It really had that vibe.
The same clear out effect.
Yeah, and I feel they have a lot of the same vibes here, except that one seemed to be a bit more groovy jam session focused, and this one seems to noodle and wobble a little more. But they're just sticking to a lot of their patterns, so I don't think Dream Theater is going to completely innovate anything again, ever, but I'm happy with their noodles and wobbles.
Yes, and also the spacey vibe they have going on this one is really cool, because on the last album, the last song, Pale Blue Dot, was getting into a spacey vibe. And Pale Blue Dot is Earth, seen from a distance, something like that. And then with this one, they're moving up into outer space.
And they've got an alien coming to Earth or something.
Yeah, so it's a natural continuation. Also, the imagery reminds me a bit of Michael Romeo's War of the Worlds. We talk too much.
Yes, we do. Okay, here we go. Jenny.
I already know this song is gonna get hate
Mm-hmm.
simply because it's a new Dream Theater song.
Mm-hmm.
And to that I say, no.
I also want to say one thing that's gonna trigger people.
Go.
I like the drumming in this song.
Yeah!
Okay, so of course it's a lot of rehashed stuff, but by now I don't think anyone expects that like I said, I don't think anyone expects that Dream Theater will start massively innovating anything. But they still have this vibe, and I don't think it grows. Oh, this sort of story-driven vibe. By the way, I think the human was the alien.
Yeah,
He went on a spaceship and went to space.
Yeah, I think it's the human going somewhere else, and then once he arrives somewhere else, he's the alien.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's actually what makes one alien, is that he's from a different planet.
Yes.
So to us, aliens are not from Earth, but to other stuff, we're aliens. Have you ever thought about the fact that we're aliens?
No.
We're aliens!
We're aliens, and so are you! Okay.
Get me my big green face, someone. And I'm not talking about the mask.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of a rumba beat.
I want to say one thing. Haken exists.
Yes.
And I've seen them referred to a lot like the Dream Theater of the future. And I think Dream Theater are starting to understand that. Because I did get Haken vibes off of this. Particularly from the way the sound was produced. And the whole spacey vibe, which was kind of Affinity era.
I get that.
Haken. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, but it's still quite the difference between the bands, especially given what Hagen's been doing on the last two albums, which is a monumental headache.
Yes.
And a good one.
Yes. Yeah, and the solo section was...
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, they do that.
They do that. But it had a really nice flow. It didn't seem like it peaked anywhere. Solos have this dynamic where they just build up and they peak eventually, but this one just felt like a road trip.
Yeah.
On the fretboard.
They do that a lot with these, like, long extended instrumental sections where they, like, because, like, the solo section started well into an already pretty long and diverse instrumental part. So I always love this about Dream Theater. I also really loved it when they did it in Pale Blue Dot in the bridge section. There's like a long extensive instrumental part, and let's not even talk about the part before the ending of In the Presence of Enemies with the solos. But same thing here. It's like they start tearing it apart, and then they tear it apart for a long while. And then while doing that, a guitar solo starts. And they keep tearing it apart while the guitar solo happens. And the guitar solo becomes a lot of guitar solos. And after all those guitar solos, the keyboard solo starts. While the same thing keeps falling apart. And then the keyboard solo becomes a lot of keyboard solos. So it starts and it doesn't end, and you're getting a headache, but you also don't want it to end.
Yes.
And that's such a cool thing. And this was massive. A lot of this song was instrumental because we had that really long intro section, and then we had the verse chorus, and then we had the really long instrumental bridge with the verses, with the solos and stuff, and then we had some more vocals, and then we had another mellow solo and the torn apart outro at the end. So yeah. I think it's probably around 50% instrumental. And that was really cool. And I love the way they ended. One more thing about the story vibe you were saying. This video is made to evoke exactly the same vibe. Like just images, yes. You know? A lot of times when I listen to Dream Theater, I haven't even dug in all of the stories for all their concept albums and stuff, but I just get pictures in the way their lyrics are written, in the way their melodies come across. They're cinematic without being symphonic, and not a lot of bands do. So, we like the alien. We are the alien. And if you don't like the alien, go away. And if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the windmill very soon.
Corpse is out.